Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. Thank you all for joining us for the 24th edition of World Sustainable Development Summit, India's premier platform for deliberating the discourse around the sustainability and climate change. I, Mitali Sarkar, Associate Fellow TERI, will be comparing today's session. Before we commence the function today, a brief safety announcement during the event here at Stein Auditorium. The Energy and Resources Institute, TERI, is a health, safety, and environment certified organization. In case of any untoward incident like fire, evacuation is required. You are required to exit from this auditorium through the fire exit gate nearest to you without any panic. There are 7 exit gates for this auditorium, 4 on the ground floor, on the right, left, and 2 entrances. There is 1 exit on the stage and 2 exits on the balcony, which are also the entrances to the balcony. In case of a fire, fire marshals will take position in the aisles and exit gates to help you evacuate. To begin today's discussions, may I request Dr. Vibha Dhawan, Director General, TERI, to kindly set the stage for today's proceedings. Ma'am. Please welcome Dr. Vibha Dhawan with a round of applause.
Very good morning and namaskar to all of you, and welcome to the second day of World Sustainable Development Summit. We had inaugurated the summit yesterday, and some of you were present, and it is the 24th edition. We are looking forward to celebrating our Silver Jubilee next year of this event. Now, what is happening today at the global level? I should say it is not that great. It also gives us a sort of uncertainty what's going to happen next. And some of those uncertainties, when we talk of what is happening to the nature, the extreme weather conditions, and so on, those are, again, we can blame ourselves that that's happening due to the change in climate. But there are also uncertainties which are, I'll call them a sort of disruptive, and few nations or otherwise, so it's whether it's wars, whether it is the taxes, moving away from Paris Agreement, not believing in something which most of us believe otherwise. And those uncertainties are also putting a lot of pressure on countries like ours, where there is a challenge of development, where is challenge of finances being available, and at the same time, we have to ensure that green development takes place. India is a unique country, and I always say that if we can find every solution for this country, we have found the global solutions. Here we have the socio-economic conditions. They vary from place to place. It's also in terms of the zones, the climatic zones, we are so different. And on top of it, somewhere it is, we are hardworking, innovative individuals. And more than anything else, if we talk of sanskars, and I always say sustainability is something which is engraved in the DNA of every Indian. In India, and sometimes we say it's a soft society, sometimes we say, or rather, we also take the credit that it's a society where we believe in giving. It's a society where we believe in caring for everyone. We worship trees, we worship animals, and therefore, here it is that every living organism is to be treated in a dignified way. So which is our strength? And while I have discussed about the uncertainties around us, I'll also like to say that we have to remain stable under these circumstances. Because even in the airlines, they always say that in case of emergency, first put the face mask on yourself and then help the other person. So even at a global level, when we are talking about cleaning our cities or nations or doing at the global level, first we have to see what are we doing. We need to have inner strength. And for that, we are very fortunate to have Sister Shivani with us. She was here last year as well, and I was telling her, practically I remember her every single day. Whenever I'm in a difficult situation, I remember her or what she has taught us. And therefore, there can be no better way of beginning our conference with hearing her, and teachings from her, I'm sure, are going to resonate every single day in your mind, and each one of you will be blessed and will be a better individual. I invite you, ma'am. And before that, we have a short message from Michael Bloomberg. We'll play that, and then I'll request Sister Shivani for her address to us. Thank you so much.
Hosting this summit as we approach the 10th year anniversary of the Paris Climate Agreement. It's clear that action is needed more urgently than ever. After all, the last 10 years have been the warmest years on record. Heat-related deaths and diseases are on the rise, and extreme weather events like forest fires, droughts, and floods are becoming a normal part of everyday life. If we want to leave the world a better place for our children and grandchildren, we have to move faster and find more ways to work together. India has shown what kind of progress is possible when we form strong partnerships across government, business, and civil society. Bloomberg Philanthropies has worked with India as it seeks to improve air quality, make cities more sustainable, and expand renewable energy. This summit is an opportunity to deepen existing partnerships, create new ones, and provide proven solutions, and we look forward to seeing what comes out of it. Keep up the good work, and all the best.
May I now request Sister Shivani to take the stage?
Om Shanti and greetings of peace. We will all sit in silence for a few minutes as we meditate to energize ourselves and radiate the vibrations which will energize the planet. So if I can just request each one of you to first sit straight. It's very important for our spine to be erect. Take 3 deep breaths and relax the body. And then gently bring your attention to the center of the forehead. It's the point just between the 2 eyebrows and just a little above the eyebrows. Where we apply the tilak, that's the point. So it's here. And that is the energy point. So if we can just not click photos for 5 minutes, let's create silence. So just relax the body, bring your attention to the center of the forehead. And at that point, visualize a little star, a tiny point of light. I, the being, the energy, cannot be seen, but I can visualize. I request you to sit straight and, if possible, keep your eyes half open. Because if we close our eyes, then there are chances instead of meditating we might doze off. So just keep it a little open there. And now hold on to that visual, the energy in the center of the forehead. Just keep looking at yourself, the being. I, the energy, the master of this body. Let's create this thought. I, the energy, the master of this body. Now, while you hold on to seeing yourself, the being, in the center of the forehead, gently repeat these thoughts in your mind as you hear it. I am a powerful being. Remind yourself by saying it to yourself. I am a powerful being. In every situation, I am calm and stable. See yourself, the powerful being, calm and stable in every situation. This is my power. Situation may not be my way. I, the being, am peaceful and powerful. And as I respond to every scene with peace and power, now visualize from the center of the forehead vibrations of peace and power radiating out into the world. This is not just when I'm sitting in silence, it's in action. There is a crisis outside. I, the being, respond with peace and power. People may not be my way. I, the being, respond with compassion and empathy, respectful. My every word is a high vibrational word. I advise them, I instruct them. I may need to discipline them, but taking care that my thoughts, my vibrations, and my words are radiating into the collective vibration of this planet. It's not just me. It's not just between them and me. It's vibrating into the vibration of the planet. And so as I respond to every situation peacefully, respectfully, with care and compassion, I'm contributing to vibrationally cleaning the air, purifying the water, energizing the plants. Just with my response, I'm strengthening the elements of nature. My energy is a part of the collective vibration of this planet. I, the powerful being, energize the world just by being who I am. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you. We can come back. If every day, just for a few minutes in the morning and a few minutes at the end of the day, if we just take a pause and remind ourselves of who we are and our original nature of purity, peace, power, love, wisdom, happiness. We are not just going to energize ourselves, we are not just going to transform ourselves, we are going to transform the world. In Hindi, the line is Sankalp se Srishti banti hai, which means our thoughts create our world. Can we just say this to ourselves? My thoughts create the world, which means my thoughts create my emotional health. My thoughts influence every cell of the body, they create my physical health. My thoughts radiate to people, it creates our relationships, our social health, and my thoughts radiate into the vibrations of the planet. It's influencing the air, it's influencing water, it's influencing the plants, it's influencing everything. So I, the being, and impacting nature just with my inner nature. My nature is influencing the outer nature. And if I want to create a magical transformation in the outer nature, it cannot happen without beginning with my nature. It can't. Can I request you to put both your hands out for a minute? I will just say out a few emotions. If you feel the emotion is comfortable, put it on your right hand side. If you feel it's an uncomfortable emotion, you put it on the left hand side. And when you choose your left or right hand, just say left or right. So let's see which one we are choosing. So comfortable emotion is a normal emotion. Uncomfortable emotion is uncomfortable, not normal. So let's start and just say your left and right. Stress, left or right. We have to speak it out. Stress, left or right. Let's everyone say it together. Left or right, stress. Good. So now we go a little faster with that. Stress, happiness, anger, irritation, impatience, compassion, criticism, appreciation, worry, taking care, attachment, love. So attachment. No, both are not right. One will be on left, the other one will be on right. Attachment causes pain, it causes hurt, it causes rejection, it feels let down. So that will be on ego. Opposite of ego on the right hand side. Ego is on the left hand side, so opposite, what is going to be on the right hand side? Humility. Humility. Comparison. Right, self-respect. Competition. Right, cooperation. Now just look at the two bundles of sanskars and emotions we've created. One is left, the other is right. Obviously, left is not good for my emotional health. Obviously, left is not good for my physical health. Left is not good for my relationships. And therefore, the vibration I create, the left is not good for the environmental health. So today, we need to take a decision. that if I want to take care of myself, my people, my body, and my world, then I will need to shift from the left-hand side to the Hanji. If you say it, it's going to start here. I need to shift from the left-hand side to the... So are we ready to do that? Are we ready to do that? Because the world outside is saying stress is normal, anger is normal, and today's children don't even say I'm stressed, they say I'm depressed. So please remember, stressed and depressed people cannot create a healthy planet. It's not possible. Try however hard you want. Try however hard you want. Because people who don't take care of themselves, don't even have the strength to take care of somebody else, will not be able to think of taking care of the planet. They don't have the energy for it. So taking care of the world has to start from self-care. So in two ways we are impacting the planet. One, just vibrationally what emotion I'm creating. The place that we have our headquarters is called Mount Abu. In Mount Abu, there is a campus called Gyan Sarovar. Dr. Vibha was there last year. When we bought that land was declared as barren land. It was barren land. And that's why the organization caught it at a very low rate, because it was barren land. A couple of years of meditation on that land, and then working and constructing there, taking care of the terrain of that land. And after a few years, that campus was declared Paradise of Rajasthan by the government of India. And you have to see what that barren land has got converted into. Only because it was not just working on the land, it was working on the land with the vibrations. It has transformed a barren land into being called as Paradise of Rajasthan. And the people who come there, they say this is like heaven on earth, because of the vibration of the vegetation, not just the vegetation. And we have a project which is called Yogic Kheti, which means meditative agriculture. And so right from meditating with the seed, and then twice the farmers meditating for at least half an hour in the morning and in the evening in the farms. So along with organic farming, meditative farming. And you have to see the results, the size, the color, the taste, and most important, the vibration. And any of us who do home farming, you're growing your own vegetables or fruits, you would have seen the difference in the vegetable you are growing and the one you're getting from the garden, from the market. Has anybody experienced difference in the vegetables you're growing and what you're getting from the market? Anyone? Please raise your hand. So what's the difference? And why is there a difference? The difference is your love, your care, that personal attention and that personal vibration that is given to the plant, which is a proof that plants get influenced by our vibration. Water gets influenced by our vibration. We've all seen the water crystal experiment, where you say love and the crystal is different, you say hate and the crystal is different. So in a world where there's so much stress and anger and hatred and intolerance, what is going to happen to the water crystal of the planet? It cannot strengthen us. It cannot. So two ways we are influencing the planet. Just by being who we are vibrationally influencing the planet. Second, because we are creating more of the left-hand side emotions, we don't seem to be happy. For the last 1 year, that is this 2024, I do a lot of public programs starting from size of 100 to even 10,000. And I have asked one question to begin the program in every event. And that question is, who wants happiness? And even I was not prepared for the answer, that within 1 second, without pausing to look here, there, or even think, everybody just raises their hands together. And who wants peace? And everybody goes like this. Who wants love? So what kind of life are we leading? And if we are leading that kind of life, what is the vibration of the planet? So we need to shift from this left-hand side to this right-hand side. And that will have twofold benefit. One, vibrationally we'll energize the planet. Second, when I start shifting into the right-hand side, emotions and sanskars, happiness will be a normal way of being. Contentment will be a natural way of being. And when I'm happy and contented, simplicity automatically becomes my lifestyle. Because I don't have to buy to be happy. How many of us have more clothes than the space in our wardrobe? Chalo, raise your hand. And we would have more footwear than the space we have to keep it. And why are we buying so much? Because we get bored. So we are trying to buy to feel happy. We're trying to buy so that people appreciate me and that validation makes me feel good. So we're actually consuming from the planet for our emotional wellness. And that is a never-ending process. It's never, ever going to happen. And the minute you start working on your inner self, a few minutes of meditation daily, a few minutes of consuming higher vibrational content, and hours and hours of restriction from lower vibrational content. Even the content we consume is influencing the vibration of the planet. If I'm holding my phone and I'm playing a video which has lust, it has ego, it has violence, it has greed, it has criticism, every word of that video is influencing and radiating into the vibration of the planet. So the first step, even to change from left hand to right hand, I will need to change the content I consume. In India, last 10 days, there's been a lot of news about responsibility of content creation, right? But we need to wake up to responsibility of content consumption. Unless I create healthy content, I cannot be emotionally healthy. And unless I'm emotionally healthy, I will not be able to create an environmentally healthy planet. So that's first step. And second, when we start meditating for a few minutes daily and we start taking care of our emotions, we are happy. And when we are happy and contented, we buy only what we need. We don't buy because we are bored. We don't buy for happiness. We buy the dress only to cover the body. And if each one of us just starts buying clothes only to cover the body, and not because we are bored or we need appreciation and validation, or we fear people saying, oh, you're wearing the same dress again, then the planet has a lot for us. The planet has enough resources for our need, but it obviously will never have enough for our greed. That's never ending. So let's do one step. The next time we go to a shopping mall and we look at the label there for a dress, for a shop, for a bag, for shoes, anything. Normally we said, can I afford this? Then I will buy this. So next time I have to look at the label and say, I can afford this, but the planet cannot afford this, and drop the idea of buying it. And there I'm making my contribution towards taking care of the world. We cannot keep on consuming from there and we are saying we're taking care of the planet. It's not going to happen. But how do I stop consuming? By strengthening myself emotionally. And third step, we all know that a plant-based diet is good for the planet. Because it's good for us, it's good for the planet. Anything that's good for us is going to be good for the planet. Anything that's good for my mind and body is good for the nature outside. So we are meeting every year. We are genuinely concerned. We really want to create a transformation. Can't we make that one step of change, of shifting towards a plant-based diet? Yes? Should we not make that one step change to shift towards a plant-based diet? Because again, the vibration of the diet will again influence the vibration of my mind. The process obviously is going to save the planet, but vibrationally again I'll influence the planet. So we have 3 steps of action today. 1, shifting to a plant-based diet. 2, changing content consumption and meditating daily. And then during action, it's easy to live from the right-hand side. So shifting to a contented lifestyle. And 3, a contented lifestyle will automatically create a simplistic lifestyle. You will not have to do anything about it. It will happen on its own. It will happen on its own. You won't find the need to buy. It's only when this is torn, I will throw it away. Till then, no. Till then, no, not at all. Never. So that's simple steps, but each one making simple steps is what's going to create a big change. There's a little story. There was a fire in the jungle, and this little sparrow would fly up to the ocean, fill its beak with water, and come and sprinkle that water on the jungle, and again go and do up and down. And somebody looked at the sparrow and said, "So what do you think? With this beak full of water, you are going to put off the fire of the jungle?" And so the sparrow looked back and said, "When history will be written, there will be 3 types of people. One, who were the cause of the fire. Second, who just kept watching the fire and didn't do anything about it. And third, who made their effort to put off the fire." And the sparrow said, "I want to be on that side." And which side do we want to be? No, which side we don't clap for the sparrow because it's just a story. Which side are we going to be? So keep checking throughout the day. We're actually on all 3 sides. Sometimes we're actually the cause of the fire. Every time I'm operating from the left-hand side, lust, ego, greed, jealousy, criticism, hatred, intolerance, worry, I am creating the fire. Every time I'm seeing someone else angry, upset, hurt, and not empowering them with my words and vibration, I'm just watching the fire. But every time I'm taking care of myself, energizing myself, empowering others, and radiating that powerful vibration into the planet, I'm making my contribution to putting off the fire. So never ever create a thought, just me, one alone. What difference is it going to make? It's the power of one which creates the transformation. And so each one of us has only to take care of one. We might not be able to change the world. We might not. But each one of us can change the self, and that's all that is needed to change the world. Each one change yourself, the world will automatically change. And each one just keep trying to change the world, neither we will change, nor the world will change, because the equation is sankalp se srishti, sanskar se sansar. So let's all of us just take charge of ourselves, and the world will definitely change. Because when we change, that's when the world will change. 1 minute of silence. And just reflect on your lifestyle, emotional, physical health, and the vibration that we are radiating into the planet. And just create one change today. Not everything, just one change, one decision. Even something as simple as a digital detox. Hours and hours of consuming low vibrational content is depleting my mind. It's affecting the body. It's influencing planet. Hours. Let's shift. Let's promise ourselves not a single visual, not a single word of a low vibrational content. 15 minutes every morning or at the end of the day. 15 minutes of consuming the right-hand content. Because content is emotional diet, and emotional health is creating environmental health. Unless I change my emotional diet, I will not be able to change the planet. 15 minutes of consuming content which has care, which has compassion, which has forgiveness, and a few minutes of meditating every morning and at the end of the day, shifting to a high vibrational plant-based diet and buying only that what the planet can afford, not what I can afford, only what the planet can afford. So I shift to living for necessity, not for desires. Om Shanti. Shukriya.
Thank you, Thank you, Sister Shivani. You have definitely helped us realize the role of inner transformation in driving external change. Thank you again for gracing us with your presence and wisdom.